to BizChicks TV. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Here are your hosts.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. Today, we're talking tech with the BizChicks. I'm Terralina from California Cover-Ups, and I'm here with the Ask the AI Professor, Miss Francine Gregory. We are just so excited to be your co-founders of BizChicks, and we just want you to relax, sit back, because we're getting ready to talk tech in easy to understand ways. We always like to start with this week in tech history. So I'm going to turn it over to Fran. Fran, how are you today? Before I even ask you to start working, how you doing?
I'm doing very, very well. I'm excited about our first little story here. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to figure out a way to get imaging over here. Let me see if I can just do what I normally would do.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just want to
there
say,
we go.
Happy birthday. It's your birthday month, and we just celebrate you, girl.
Yes, thank you.
Uh-huh.
And, screenshot. Fran, do a screenshot. That'll work. Because I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to get images of people when I talk about the different
individuals.
People. And let's see, if I save this to my photos, I should be able to grab it on the other side. Mm-hmm. So today we're going to be talking, when I do my tech history, I like to put people of color in tech history, and this has not popped over yet. So let me just airdrop it over. Mm-hmm. And I want to do it right. So thank you for bearing with me.
No problem.
And it has come over, and I can now put that like this. Mm-hmm. Grab an image file. I love this. Thank you, StreamYard. If you ever want to learn anything about StreamYard, or you want to get more familiar with it, just let us know. Okay. Did we not get my picture?
Oh, I see it down there.
I see something was in
the
but
image.
It said image, but
did you open it up?
Look, I opened it up.
It's got a code on it.
It got everything on it except the picture.
Except the file.
But I see his picture.
Okay. Can you share your screen from where you're looking at the picture?
Oh, I can do that. Now it tells me photos needs to quit. Really? Interesting. Okay. Something is being weird over here. Photos needs to quit. Did it quit? No. And this is Tech Life Weekly. So, we're doing tech stuff.
We are playing in a sandbox over here with these images.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if it'll open now and do what I needed to do. No, I need to go here. It's just being weird.
Do you want to send it to me?
I think I've just did what I needed to do over here.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just a little strange. Okay, now let's try this again. Okay, I think I'll be able to share that. Let's remove this from the studio. Mm-hmm. Try this one more again. Okay. Share.
That's strange.
No, it's okay because I'm just going to do it the old school way. Share the screen,
Yes.
share a window. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Bam. Now let's talk about. You can
Okay.
see him now.
Absolutely.
Okay, Tristan Walker.
Oh,
Tristan Walker is an American entrepreneur best known for founding Walker and Company Brands, a health and beauty company focused on personal care products for people of color. His
mm,
leadership has made him a prominent figure in conversations about diversity and tech and consumer goods innovation. He was born in 1984 in Queens, New York. He founded Walker and Company Brands. In 2013, it was acquired by Procter and Gamble. In
what?
2018, yeah. In 2018, his notable product, Bevel Shaving System Education, Bevel Shaving System, that was his notable product. He has a BS in economics.
Mm-hmm.
SUNY Stonebrook, and then he's got an MBA of Stanford University. Okay,
Whoa. Okay. That's not
he grew
shabby.
up in not at all. He grew up in Queens, New York. Later attended the State University of New York at Stony Brook, earning a degree in economics. He went on to earn an MBA from the Stanford Graduate School of Business, where his exposure to Silicon Valley shaped his entrepreneurial ambitions and
Mm,
awareness of representation gaps in tech and venture capital. Before launching his own business, he worked at Twitter,
okay.
Foursquare, and the early stage venture fund Andreessen Horowitz. In 2013, he founded Walker and Company to create health and beauty products tailored
Mm,
to the needs of Black consumers. Its flagship line, Bevel provides shaving and grooming solutions designed to prevent razor bumps and skin irritation.
wow. Okay.
His work positioned him as a leading voice for inclusion in entrepreneurship and the beauty industry. Following Procter and Gamble's acquisition of Walker's company, he became one of the first Black CEOs within the multinational's portfolio. He has
Mm-hmm.
appeared on such lists as Fortune's 40 Under 40, Ebony Power 100, and recognized for reshaping how mainstream companies consider diverse markets.
Wow.
He
Uh,
continues to advocate for diversity in business and equitable. He
equitable.
continues to advocate for diversity in business leadership and equitable access to entrepreneurship. Through
Mm-hmm.
speaking engagements, mentorship, and advisory roles, he promotes systemic inclusion across venture capital, tech, and consumer goods sectors. Mr. Tristan Walker.
Wow. I never heard of him.
I
And
look,
I'm excited to celebrate him. And
yes, and that is my
solving the
uh
problem of razor bumps. That's a big deal.
it's major. Okay, now let's do this.
Mhm,
So now let's talk about tech in history.
mhm.
April 21st, 1989, the Nintendo Game Boy was announced. Nintendo introduced the Game Boy, changing portable entertainment forever. This marked a shift toward personal, on the go technology, something we now take for granted with
Mhm.
smartphones. April 22nd, 1993, Mosaic web browser was released. Mosaic became one of the first widely used web browsers, making the internet accessible to everyday people.
Mhm.
This is interesting because just like the web browser was not always accessible, AI was not always accessible to everyday people.
Correct.
This laid the foundation for how we browse, shop, and run businesses online today. April 23rd, 2005, the first YouTube video was uploaded. And the first video was Meet Me at the Zoo. It was uploaded by the, I forgot what is his name, Sergey. This moment launched the creator economy, now a major opportunity for business owners, educators, and ministries to reach global audiences.
There you go.
Just, because what was life before YouTube?
I don't know.
There was
Pretty bland.
And how many people had pent up creativity in them? They didn't know where to exhibit it.
And I remember when YouTube first came out, people didn't know YouTube, it sounded stupid. It was like people didn't know what to do with it. And now, look, it's bigger than Netflix.
Yes, it is. April 24th, 1990, Hubble Space Telescope launched. NASA launched the Hubble Space Telescope, expanding our understanding of the universe. It also pushed advancements in imaging technology that influence industries today. Tech making history this week. AI is becoming the operating system for work companies. They are shifting from using AI as a tool to relying on it as a system that runs tasks, workflows, and decision. This means less manual work and more automation for business owners. Automation tools are replacing simple admin tasks, from scheduling to customer follow-up. AI tools are now handling repetitive work. So you're still doing everything manually. You are already behind. Personal AI assistants are getting smarter. New AI systems can manage emails, summarize information, and even complete multi-step tasks. This is moving us toward done-for-you work environments.
All right.
Content creation is faster than ever. AI can now generate videos, images, music, and written content in minutes. The barrier to entry is gone. The advantage is now in execution and consistency. So what does this mean? It means technology keeps moving whether you move or not.
Yep.
So here are some questions to consider. What are you still doing manually that AI could handle? Where are you spending time instead of getting results? Are you using technology or avoiding it? So here's practical. Pick one task, automate it, use AI to draft something you've been delaying, start documenting your processes so AI can assist you. All right. And I'm going to throw this consumer news story in here. AI is moving into your personal computer. Companies like Perplexity AI are pushing a new idea. Your computer just doesn't follow instructions, it completes goals. Instead of opening apps, copying and pasting, managing tabs, you'll be able to say, plan my trip, research this property, organize my week, and the system handles it. This means that your laptop is becoming an assistant and not just a tool.
Yep.
New releases from Anthropic and OpenAI are improving image understanding, multi-step task completion, and long-form reasoning. This is why tools feel smarter right now, because they actually are. This means you can trust AI with more complex tasks, not just simple prompts.
Are you?
You can go for it. I got
okay. Yeah, because what you're saying is true, And I just happened to go to Facebook. So can I show this real quick? This popped up
Yeah.
on my Facebook because it ties in exactly what you're saying. So I'm following Roberto Blake, and let me show you what popped up. And I was like, wow. Okay, so he says, I know it's kind of small. He says, Chat GPT image to generated this with a one sentence prompt. He says, I talk to it every day. Infographics were a major hurdle I thought was still far off. That threshold has now been crossed. He did this poster of him as an infographic, and he gave ChatGPT one sentence. He didn't give it a long prompt. He said, hey, make this infographic of me, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But this is where we are now. And I remember with making images way back when we talked about DALL-E 2 and all that. I was like, it made 3 eyes. You look like something out of Salvador Dali. And look where we are now. I'm impressed. This is impressive, and it ties into what Fran was saying about, especially as a business owner. If you need a graphic, an image done, a post, or whatever, you go to your assistant. In this case, he used ChatGPT and said one sentence prompt. He said one sentence, and he got this. And the thing about this is Roberto Blake is a professional graphic designer. That is his background. He's not. He's like big on YouTube, but his background is graphic design. He's worked with a lot of companies, corporations, Adobe. He knows how to design stuff, and that was his early videos on YouTube were about designing, web design, graphic design. That is his wheelhouse. For him, who's been doing it for all these years, is saying, hey, this is good enough for me to post without me doing it. And I'm the graphic guy. Wow.
Yep. That is absolutely true. Because I did something today, and before I would have had to go back and correct it, change this, do this, and do this. And today it was like, oh,
look,
thank you. This looks better than what I even anticipated.
Yeah.
And I'm able to create stuff, and I don't know anything about Canva, Adobe, none of that. Like Fran is the graphic person, but I can just put that prompt in there, and I can also allow it to be creative on its own.
Yes, it will. Right. You can have the germ. I call it the germ of the idea, and because you don't know how to flesh it out, or you don't want to, whatever reason, you take that little kernel, a little germ of idea, and you go to your assistant and say, "Hey, finish this, flesh it out, give me details, explain whatever the wording is." I mean, it's like to me, it's like this little magic wand that you just wave around and go, "Well, I want this," and then go bippity boppity boo. And there it is.
Right.
There it is.
Fred has some comments over there.
Fred's in the house.
Hey, Fred.
Hey, Fred. Fred says the AI carpet rolls out. Fred is here. Applause, kicks. We actually have applause.
Fred's on the red carpet.
Sound effects.
We do have applause. Hold on a minute. Where is
we do? Okay. I know.
Yeah,
StreamYard got a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Every time I come in
here, I think it's in the media assets. Here we go.
It's in the media assets. I've got it.
Every time I go in the StreamYard, something pops up and it says, "Oh, this is here, that is here, this is here, that is here." I'm like, wow.
Well, hey, what can I tell you?
Love it.
Yes. And then Fred is also saying he is seeing too many AI generations for local events, image generation for local events. Over exaggeration will start hurting events and organizations.
Yes, I know what he means, because I've seen some comments on social media about that. People going, and it's before, and that's one of the I didn't put it in the updates, but ChatGPT has upped their image generator engine. So that's what Roberto Blake was posting about. But before that, when you would go and ask it to make a say, like what Fred is saying, a lot of organizations go the lazy way and make a poster, and they tell ChatGPT make a poster, and then they stop with whatever it gives them, but it looks You can
Like
tell that it's
everybody.
AI. Yeah, it's not.
It
It's
looks like
sloppy.
everybody else.
It's sloppy. It's not even clean or
Oh.
anything like that. Like it would be easier to go to Canva and open Canva and pick one of the templates and do that
Mm.
than to. So I know what he's talking about.
He said it'll be like everyone wearing the same outfits for every occasion. So like when you do the AI image of a group of
Everybody wear the
training,
same dress to the prom.
everybody got the same shirt on.
He's
Yeah.
right. But see, here's the deal. Let those people, and I call it the lazy way. Let the lazy way do it, because they take the first iteration of whatever AI gives them, and we've always said here, you do not do that. It is a platform, a ladder. You say do this, then it gives you something, and then you say that doesn't sound like me. I do it. It doesn't sound like me. And it says okay, and then you work through the steps. But the lazy people are just going to take it, copy paste. Some of the people just copy and paste the results. Like, okay, here is the thing that you asked. Like they copy everything.
Everything. They don't even take the instructions.
You're not supposed to do that. Right.
Yeah.
You're supposed to edit it. You're supposed to tweak it just a bit. So that's what I understand what Fred is saying, because I've seen those images and you could tell because it's not a real font.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that the AI made up, and you see it everywhere.
This is similar, Terry, to when you are crafting with wood and you finish the product but you didn't sand it down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you put a wood deck in the back of your back of your house, but you didn't sand it. You didn't what did you have to
seal it?
Seal it, waterproof, all that. Yeah, you just put a deck down and was like,
and you want to know why it's looking raggedy in 2 days?
Why people coming over for the barbecue? What's wrong with your deck?
They got on.
Continuing on, AI is starting to run tasks in the background. And this is a big shift, because instead of you sitting there doing the prompting, AI can now work while you're doing something else, complete multi-step workflows, come back with results. Think research, scheduling, follow-ups, all handled quietly. So this means you're moving from using AI to managing outcomes. So like you give the assistant an assignment, you go do something else, make some coffee, or maybe take a client call while the AI is doing the work.
It's results oriented. It's not we're evolving with the tool. That's why I'm like, we're not even gonna say AI in a bit. It's just going to be, I need to plan a trip.
Fred said AI will be the end of calling in sick.
Well, you can get AI to call in sick for you.
I love it.
Thanks for bringing that up, Fred, because I saw a post on social media. I've seen it a couple of times where it's a guy calling in sick and he's at the microwave. He says, "I'm in the hospital." Beep. He does the beep sound
with the microwave.
He says, "I'm in the hospital." Beep. Beep. It makes the beep like he's in the hospital. I was like, "You see that? We're gonna get AI to do that." I'm in the hospital. It's gonna have the nurses running around and the beeping noise and this and that. I just laughed at that thing.
Funny.
He sat there, pushed the microwave button.
So wearables are becoming daily coaches. Devices like the Apple Watch are getting better at tracking health trends, nudging behavior like move, rest, and breathe, although it was always been doing this, acting like a real-time accountability partner. Now that we're on Series 10 or Series 11 for the Apple Watch.
I don't even remember where.
But Apple Watch and other watches like it have been doing this all along, right? So you're not just tracking anymore, you're being guided. Consumer tech is now influencing behavior, not just recording it. Tools. Okay, we just talked about AI tools can now make music, videos, graphic, and written content in minutes. It used to take teams to do all this.
Yes.
Now it just takes intention. You just need to make a decision to go and do it.
There you go.
Yep.
So the gap is no longer access, it's execution. Consumer tech is no longer about convenience, it's about leverage. Okay. What are you still doing manually that AI can handle?
Mm.
You don't need everything. You just need to use what's already here. And that's the way to stay ahead. And that's your week in tech history and tech making history. Because right now we are making history in tech.
Wow. Well, I think this is going to tie in very nicely with the story that I have for you guys today. So,
and Fred said consumers will be consumed.
Yeah. He right. You're right,
there you
Fred.
go.
All right. That's my stories. Those are my stories. And Terralina, you have the floor.
Okay. I'm going to go over here and get ready to show you my my gamma as soon as it loads. Oh my goodness. I was looking at an article today about how people are using artificial intelligence in retail. And let me see if my gamma is going to load. It's just taking its time. So while that's going on, let's see. I'm trying to get it to load this one right here. Oh, good. It's spinning. And it was talking about how they used artificial intelligence to set up this retail store. So I know we're spinning right now, so let's not share it yet till it stops spinning. And so I wanted to take that and show it in a way that I thought was easy to understand so that we could, talk about it and what is really happening in the world of retail. So I don't know why my gamma is taking so long to load because usually it's ready.
Are you hardwired?
Yeah, I can switch over to my hardwire, but
no, or
my
if you're already
signal is
hard.
strong. Here we
Okay.
are.
Okay.
And let me go to present mode.
Okay, because I was like, okay. And it just
I
could
don't know why.
be your service provider might be lagging today.
Whatever's going on. Okay, here we go. What in the world is going on? Here we go. AI run retail. Intrigued and very terrified. People are responding to this. A San Francisco boutique operated entirely by an AI bot is sparking fascination and fear about the future of retail. And the source for this was USA Today. I wanted to make sure I gave them credit for where I found this. So meet Andon Market. It opened April 1st of 2026 in San Francisco's Cow Hollow neighborhood, the first boutique fully operated by artificial intelligence. Introducing Luna. Luna is the AI bot at the heart of Andon Market. Armed with a $100,000 budget and a credit card, Luna was granted full autonomy over every major business decision. It did the hiring, so it posted jobs, screened the candidates, made the offers to the candidates. It handled inventory by selecting what products and sourcing those products that would go in the store. And then it manages every transaction autonomously. You check out of the store on your own. No human interaction. the checkout. So Luna's human team, Luna didn't go fully solo. It created and hired, are you ready for this? 2 human employees, but their roles are strictly physical. They are the people who receive the packages. So humans accept the deliveries, handle the logistics. Luna could not physically manage, like getting the package from Amazon off of the curb and bringing it, put it on the shelf, stocking shelves. The humans are there to stock the shelves, and the products are placed on shelves by human hands, directed by Luna's inventory decision. So Luna's deciding product placement, shelf wise. And that's fascinating because there's a science to it. And, you pay for your product to be in a certain position on the shelves, like when you're putting your product in the grocery store. Nothing else, no cashiering, no ordering, no hiring decisions. Those belong to Luna. Are you processing this? Okay.
Mhm.
What Luna sells. So Luna made the product decisions, and this is what they decided to sell. Every product on this shelf in this market was conceived, designed, and sourced by Luna. A curated collection of artful tactile goods is how they describe it. So they handle candles, books, and art prints. So those candles are handcrafted and selected by the artificial intelligence. The titles are chosen by Luna's algorithm. In other words, what are people buying or whatever? Art prints, original designs created by Luna. So they're selling their own stuff. They're creating it and then putting it on a shelf for people to buy. I'm just like, okay. You check out without a cashier. Customers, and we got this already going. We know about self-checkout. But here's the deal. You complete the purchases by speaking directly to Luna over a phone line and using a digital register. No human cashier, no line, no small talk. Thank goodness. How are you today? Do you want to get a credit card and get 10% off? Although the bot probably tells you that too. How the store works. Luna decides, Luna hires, humans stock, and customers check out. So from product selection to final sale, Luna manages the entire retail loop. Humans fill only the physical gaps that the AI cannot bridge. Are you intrigued or are you terrified? Customer reactions range from genuine excitement about this frictionless shopping to deep unease about AI replacing human judgment, human jobs. Oh my goodness. So here's what experts are saying. There's opportunity. AI can optimize inventory in real time. It can reduce costly human error in decisions. It scales operational efficiency dramatically. However, here's some cautions that they say we need to consider. Novelty doesn't equal scalability. Limited store size skews results. It's a small store. Human intuition remains irreplaceable. For instance, if customers are not happy with this process, well, the bot can't see that, but a human can see our face, our reactions to hear talking crazy to the bot. One experiment is not an industry trend. So don't, tell us not to freak out. Here's the bigger question. AI autonomy. How much decision making should we really delegate to machines in public facing businesses? Human labor. As AI takes on cognitive tasks, what roles remain? Who gets left behind? And retail's future. In Andon Market, a glimpse ahead or a novelty that won't survive contact with the real world. Experts agree one small boutique in San Francisco is not a blueprint, but it's a signal worth watching. What do you guys think?
Okay. So I'm going to weigh in on a couple of things that I noted. Somebody had to program Luna in the first
Right?
place.
That's correct.
So there was some human interaction, and at the beginning, somebody had to go in and set this whole thing up. And then on the other hand, Luna can't walk over to the door and unlock the door in the store. So there's the human element is still there. The humans did not have to come up with all of the product ideas, but actually a human did, because somebody had that idea, like TJ mentioned in our previous stories. Somebody had to come up with the germ of the idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Luna did not come up with the germ of that idea. The human might have said, what can we sell in a boutique? What sells great in a boutique? And the AI probably came back, oh, you can do cultural arts and blah, blah, blah. Okay, but the human had to make the decision to go forward with it.
And I think the human had to have some specificity in this zip code. What sells what? You know what I mean?
Yes, because Luna would have been able to tell it, okay, our profit margins will be this and blah, 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 blah. But somebody had to push the button and say, okay, let's do it. Luna didn't do that on its own. Luna did not push its own button.
Is, how did Luna get a flipping credit card for $100,000?
Because the human had to. Do you understand? There's a human, and sometimes I think people make up the idea like this was just, it just thought it up on its own, and I'm like, wait a minute. Somebody had to plug it in on the computer. Luna just did not turn itself on.
Yep, and self-checkout is not new. Remember the Amazon store where you just walked out?
Yeah.
So talking to a bot is not all that far-fetched. But the idea that you're turning over sourcing, you're turning over the whole decision-making process of what to sell. That's
well, actually, but did it really turn that all the way over? It didn't. It just agreed with, okay, like AI will give you, like you ask for it to help you write something, and it'll give you, and give you something just ideas. Like they say. But you don't have to go with it. You can say, nah, I don't like that. I need it to be this. So the AI doesn't make the final decision. The human did.
And the human is setting the parameters.
Yep.
Now, what do you think about the fact that AI allegedly is making the artwork and selling it? We're selling the artwork. Well, why not?
That part is not, I don't mind if it looks good.
And don't we do it all the time? We create posters, we get them printed up, we sell them, prints, etc. So I guess it's just the way it was worded. It sounds like the AI is sitting there drawing and saying, hey, y'all, I got a new picture. But that's not what's happening. It's designing,
and people and the way the article was written was meant to invoke question, emotion. Anyway, Fred said behavioral future markets, check that out. Soon they will know your behavior and predict what you will do before you do it. Isn't that what we do now with Amazon and Netflix and everybody else?
Well, we do this a lot. It's just that it's like we're using the calculator. They're actuarial tables to tell you when you think people are going to leave here, when you think, what neighborhoods they'll be in, what the average salary is. We're collecting data all the time. And based on that data, this demographic likes this. So now we suggest you target your advertising toward this. Am I correct, Terry?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we do this all the time. So yeah, it's just that it's electronic.
And Fred said there will be no need for window shop because the AI will know what you'll do. But will it
Right.
really?
It's doing
All
it now. It's sending us things that we have searched for. Like your
Exactly.
shoes, Fran. Remember that whole thing with the boots and and it starts sending you boots every day or something crazy.
Yeah, so it's bringing the window to me, right?
Mhm.
And
Exactly.
I can window shop online, and that's what people are doing now when they go. Like if you're looking for, we're looking for a sofa sleeper, so you go to Wayfair and you window shop. I don't
Right.
like that. But when you and the algorithms in Wayfair or whoever it is remembering what you clicked on or what you liked or what you paused at. That is happening. It's been happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put it in the cart and then you don't buy it. Oh, you left something in your cart.
Wow.
Well, and then someone put the last is comment up here. These systems will know your financial status, which they already do. I tell you that, Fred. Imagine stores won't let you in because it knows you have 29 cents in your account. No need to look at something expensive. The longer you look at the screen, the more you are screened. Very good point, Fred. Fred. Here's the deal. They know you got $19.29 in your pocket, but they're going to send you an opportunity to make payments. They're going to send you a store credit card at 32.6% so that you can buy it. So, I don't think they're going to screen you out. I think those are the customers they love.
I don't think this is going to be a problem.
I don't either.
I like the idea that it's frictionless, where you can walk in the store and not be hounded, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can walk through the store and look at a candle and look at a piece of art. And if you decide you want to buy it, you take it up to the counter. Okay, because they're making us go to kiosks for a hamburger.
Exactly. For everything. They're grooming us for self-checkout. So it's not like it's new. And we do it all the time in Starbucks. It's the same equipment, so we know what it looks like. We're used to tapping and swiping, and we might not even have to pull out our phone at some point. It might just hear this bing in your pocket, like you took my money.
Fred called them AI loan sharks.
Yeah.
He says they need an AI character looking like Sweet Daddy from Good.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
that's what I wanted to share today. That this new store that was opened up in San Francisco, which is an experiment in letting AI run retail.
Okay. All right, TJ, I think you're up. They try and get the horror stories out, and it ain't even.
Oh my goodness!
Halloween. I'm like, come on, people.
Hold on, let me open my notes. All right. Okay, so this week in social media news and updates, we start with Snapchat. Snapchat has added something to their Snap Map. Now, you know what the Snap Map is? It's that section in Snapchat that you can see your friends on a map if they're close to you. You can turn that off because some people use that to stalk. So it was launched in 2017. Snap Map was originally seen as a way for users to see their friends' location and browse public snaps from around the world. It's evolved. So now people have discovered it, use it to discover local hotspots, find things to do, and then you can, tag your friend, come and meet me over here. So that's all through the Snap Map. So now they're rolling out a new place loyalty feature that will show users when they're among the most frequent visitors to a place on Snap Map over the past year. If you're in the top 25% of users who visit a certain place, you'll see your ranking on the Snap Map and can choose to share with others. You'll receive a gold badge if you're among the top 1% of visitors, silver if you're top 10%, and bronze if you're top 25%. So this will allow people to see that you're visiting a place or a business or a brand. Now, there was somebody or an app that did this for a while. I cannot remember the name of it. It's way back, way.
They were ahead of their time.
There was an app, or even this was in Facebook.
It was Foursquare.
Foursquare, that's it. Thank you. I could not remember. So this is Foursquare. That's what this is. Now you have to remember that who's using Snapchat?
Yes.
13 to 27. I'll say 13 to 27. And you would say, why would I want to do that? Well, this is the group that does that. Now, and I say that because Foursquare was the thing that we used to do it when Foursquare was out. Like, oh, we're here. You would check in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it was good for businesses and brands because it was sent out. I'm not sure if it sent out an alert or put it somewhere that you were at this location. So if you're a business, you would encourage that with, I think with Foursquare, I remember talking to a client about they would put up a placard of the, you could print out a Foursquare code or something that said check in. Also, Facebook had it too. Facebook used to have it, and you could take with your phone and check in and say, hey, I'm at the zoo, I'm at the bakery, I'm at the whatever. So Snapchat is bringing that back.
Please go out my house. Okay, look, here we go. Here's what Fred says. Gold badge, I need that. Yes, he says I'm not on Snapchat, but he does like the idea of the blue check, gold badge, digital decoration.
And see, this crowd, this 13 to 27, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they like that. They like badges. They like gamification. They like rankings because that's what they do. I don't do that. And like I said, that's why I was trying to remember. Foursquare was the thing maybe 10 years ago or maybe 12.
It was a while.
It's been 15 years ago. It was a thing because it would pop up in Facebook. Oh, check in. Good for businesses and brands that had a Facebook page. And I always told them, listen, encourage them to check in because it notifies their friends that you're at this place where you might, name recognition. So Snapchat is doing that in the Snap Map. It's called Place Loyalty, and they're giving out badges, which to this group, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they like badges. They like decorating Bitmojis. They like avatars. They like skins. They like those things. I don't really care. That group does. So again, if you're using Snapchat and that's your generation that you're focusing on for your target audience, this is important to you. Fred has some more comments. Thank you, Fred. While we're bringing that up, Snapchat has announced that Snap Map has surpassed 400 million monthly active users. So it's being used.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. He says, I told students this when teaching college. They will need their decorations. I compare this to a decorated military member. Okay.
With the
medals.
When they wear the uniform and they wear the medals on their above the pocket. Yeah.
And he says the more badges you have on LinkedIn, the better. Oh.
Yes. So that group, they like notes. They like private notes. They like notes. We were talking about Instagram notes and all the things. Why they're pushing Instagram notes is because that group likes it. I don't use notes. I didn't even know where it was. I was like, I've seen it. I don't use it. But this is the group that they use all of these interactive things. And then remember, all the apps are putting things in to make the users happy. They want the users to stay on fly paper. They want them to stick to the fly paper. Why? Because they need them in the app to see the ads.
Okay.
Because remember, that's how they make money. So it's not about our age group. I'm like, I don't care about a decoration. I don't care about, getting the Snapchat Plus where I can change the colors on my emoji or the Snapchat ghost. And I don't care about that stuff, but they do. Because they
You
play
are
games.
so heartless.
I don't care about that stuff. I'm just like, hey, show my stuff to as many people as possible for free.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about all that. I don't care about all that stuff, but they do, so that's why. Now we're gonna get into Meta. Meta has a whole bunch of things going on. All right, so Meta, this one is just a FYI. Meta will record employee keystrokes and use it to train its AI models.
Mm-hmm.
What you think about that? Meta has found a new source of training data for its AI models, its own employees. The company plans to use data called from the mouse movements and keystrokes of its own staff in its pursuit to build more capable and efficient artificial intelligence. So a lot of they're not, and wait, now Meta's not the only one that is trying to get data to train their AI models. Other tech companies are doing it in different ways. It's just that Meta is saying, okay, employees, you're using company product, you're using the company pays for this computer. We are recording the keystrokes, and also it's going to, as an employee, you go, hey, let me not go to this sketchy website over here doing work hours on the work computer because it's being recorded. Not that it wasn't before, because it was. It's now.
I was gonna say, come on,
they're just telling you.
Right. But as an employee of a corporation, you should always know that they give you a computer, it's not yours. It belongs to the company. So they can do what they want. There's a little bit more here. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I was listening to this on the news the other day, and they were saying that the employees, some of them, push back, but like you said, it's company property, and they were told it's not optional.
It's not.
It is required. So if you have a problem with this,
right,
you need to find another employer, because we do it.
Yeah, because I pay for this computer. I pay if they give you a smartphone, they give you a cell phone, that belongs to them. People think, well, I can do it. I text what I want on this phone. It's a company phone. Realize that information can be used when you're doing performance reviews, when you're doing your annual review for a salary or a promotion or whatever. I understand what the employees are saying, but the company's not a charity. They're not your family. They're not your parents. They're not here to benefit you. You're there to do a job and you get paid for it. Now, like you said, if they don't like what Meta's doing, then that's your key to move on, because there's other companies that do things differently. So, I mean, I don't know. That's why I brought it up. Like the computers belong to them.
Yeah, it's their equipment, and they can use it for R&D, right? Research and development.
And
so part of the experiment.
Here's the thing: when you're the new employee hire, and they give you that book of employee rules and handbooks, and it's in there. Whatever you sign to get the job, it's in there.
There's probably so many releases in there now.
You didn't read it. You didn't read it.
You didn't understand it. It was illegal.
But it's in there. It's in there that if you use the equipment, the equipment belongs to the company, and the use of is there's legalese for it. That we give you this to do your job. You realize that you must not anytime we can change the rules. All of that is in there when you go to the job and sign the new paperwork. It's in there, but you're so excited, like Terralina says, you're not reading it. You're excited because I got a job. So now. Here comes Meta going, oh, by the way, we're recording all the keystrokes because, we need data to train the AI models. And they're doing that because it's not just Meta. All of the companies that have AI models, they need data to train to keep it up to date. So it's like feeding a machine. Like they always got to feed it.
Here's my thought. it's like when you're working on a job and they bring in the new person and you have to train them to take your job. How could you change, Susie? Because we need a backup. You get a notice that you're fired. Once they're
Wow.
trained. But it
Wow.
happens all the time. They
Yeah.
call you and train your replacement. You're like,
Yeah, all
for
the
real?
time. All
And
the
sometimes
time.
they got the nerve to tell you.
I mean,
wanna know.
you know, I always say you're working for a corporation now in charity, and some
Mhm.
charities and nonprofits do operate like corporations. And again, you got to know these things. Like Carolina said, you got to read that stuff. They give it to you for a reason. You sign. When you sign it, you're saying I agree to it. It's a legal document. So we can't come when Meta comes down and says, okay, by the way, we're doing this. You want to sue and this, and you can't because you already signed the document to get
And
the job.
you may be signing away the opportunity to use what you learned should you
That
leave the
too.
company.
That too. Also, if you develop any kind of products using their
Exactly.
equipment, they have a right to own. You know, all of that. What I'm saying is, all of that legalese is in there. So you need to read it and see. Well, I developed this app. When I leave this company, I'm taking it with me. And they're like, no, you did it while you was an employee, or
It's
you
ours.
did
Yeah.
this, and we want half. All it's all in there. All of that is in there because they know what's coming. Because they've done this. They've done this before. They've been to the rodeo. They know what's going on. All right. So Meta's comment from a Meta spokesperson said, if we're building agents to help people complete everyday tasks using computers, our models need real examples of how people actually use them. Things like mouse movements, clicking buttons, and navigating drop-down menus. To help, we're launching an internal tool that will capture these kinds of inputs on certain applications to help us train our models. There are safeguards in place to protect sensitive content, and the data is not being used for any other purpose. Also, last week there was we didn't really talk about, but last week there was some stories about some old start. They're saying like Slack archives. There's something called Jira. What they were doing was going into the archives and pulling up that data because that trains the AI. But they're saying people were saying they didn't like it. So it was a big story. I didn't really pay attention to it, but it's mentioned in this article. So I do remember that they're looking at they're scraping data in corporate communications. And Meta says that they are looking at protecting the sensitive content because remember, these are employees, so they're still talking about sensitive projects. So they're not going to use all of it, but Meta and other tech companies are looking for data to train because it always has to train. And it can't train on the same old data over and over and over. That's why I was explaining that the ChatGPT of today is not the ChatGPT of the 2022 because we're feeding it new information. So all of that stuff kind of goes in and kind of feeds the beast, kind of feeds it. So Meta said, hey, you're an employee. Whatever you're typing, we're going to use. Minus the sensitive corporate data or any kind of financial or any kind of sensitive stuff. So, and I understand. Thank you for telling me, Charlene, because I didn't know that the employees had to push back because that wasn't in this.
Okay. Yeah,
I assume they would be. Yeah, I assume they would not be happy. Yeah, I assume that. I was like, they're not happy with it, but what can you do? All right, so that's Meta number one. Meta number two, Meta is now allowing parents to see the topics their child discussed with Meta AI. Back to Meta AI. So remember, Meta has this ongoing legal issue with interacting with minors and how they interact with the app and how they interact with AI. I think it was in New Mexico. There's another couple of lawsuits coming up. So Meta's aware of the issue. So now they're giving the parents a tool so you can see the topics your teen has asked Meta AI about in the past week on Facebook Messenger and Instagram. Parents will see a new Insights tab within the supervision hub, showing the topics that teens have been discussing with the AI chatbot. Parents can select a topic to see the subcategories that fall within each one. For example, lifestyle breaks down into fashion, food, and holidays, while health and well-being covers fitness, physical health, and mental health. So this update is available in the US, UK, Australia, Canada, and Brazil, and it will go out globally in the coming weeks. Meta is also giving parents suggested conversation starters intended to help them talk openly and without judgment about their teens' experiences with AI. They're also launching a new AI well-being expert council to help shape the development of its AI products for teens. So I know we talked about the lawsuit, and I remember one of the articles was saying this is similar to when the tobacco industry had to go through their regulation. It didn't stop them making cigarettes. It just put the, it put the Surgeon General warning on the side, or it put a warning, or it made it made education information available about the dangers of smoking, but it didn't stop making the cigarettes. Same thing here with Meta. They're not going to stop making the AI. They're not going to stop training it. Now they realize they got an issue with minors, so they got to put the appropriate stuff out for the guardians of the minors to discuss it with them. Yeah. Fran?
These parents are not going to use the tools.
But it's there. Meta says
right. That is my thing. Meta and other companies are doing their thing by putting the tools available for the parents.
Yep.
The parents have to pick up the tool.
Exactly. They're putting the ball back in their court because Meta's tired of getting dragged to Congress, dragged to the court, dragged to this, dragged to that. Rightly so. Because if you're dealing with minors, Meta and everybody else, you got to have guardrails. Now, if the parents don't use the tools, is that Meta's fault? No. We're providing it. Is it Meta's fault that they have the gatekeeping age of 13, but the child did an end run around it of using the older cousin's date or the older brother, sister, whatever, and getting in? That's not Meta's fault because Meta put the gate there. See, so legally, Meta is doing all the things that, okay, we need to do this, we need to do that because we're dealing with minors and AI. The AI train isn't stopping. We talked about this back in November 2022. And this is not stopping. We're just going to say, hey, minors are harming themselves. Put this up for the minors, the roadblocks, the speed bumps, the warnings.
Well, a lot of school districts are taking tablets and different things out of the classrooms and confining them to a short period during the day, not allowing them to be used during recess. These are in elementary schools and in some middle schools.
And they don't go outside of a certain, they're gatekeeping them, fencing them into a certain area. They can't go outside and see all
they're reducing their use at the elementary level. You know what I mean? Like, instead of using it as a reward or to teach something, you go to this station and there are 4 iPads and everybody's working at their own speed. They're doing away with that. They're going back to old school.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think they should toss that whole thing out. They have to make a hybrid situation, like limiting the students. You can use it for your work.
Doing.
Right. You can use it for your work. You cannot use it for recreation. When you go home, you can whatever. But at school, the tablets that are here for Terry, what did you call the terminals when you worked for the government? The dumb terminals. Okay, so make the tablets work because I'm jumping without finishing a sentence.
So you can't go into the internet. It's intranet.
Right. Only. It is. And Apple and I think Android might also do this as well. You can lock apps on your phone.
Yeah.
Where the kid actually
you can limit
accidentally pushes it or whatever, it's not opening. But you, the parent, have to turn that on.
And see, I feel like we're moving digitally into this area where you know, it was all open field, was all open, you know, the gold rush. Remember the gold rush, and everybody runs out, and then, you know, now it's like, okay, we got to put the fence up because we can't let it's still a good idea to let the kid use the digital tool, but use it for education purposes. I see it as like mental health, wellness, teaching them the things they need to know how to navigate the world, the digital world. And like Fran says, you do it in a way that it doesn't give them the key to every door. It's just one room.
And they are teaching cyber safety. You know what I'm saying? Because the school is
right. But see, they were giving, the schools were giving out the devices just willy-nilly, like, here you go. And now it's like, okay, we can give it a device, but it's got to be roped off from the rest of the internet. You just can't give them the internet. See? Because you know, the parents are supposed to doing that, but we already talked about that. Like, you know,
Fred says just cut to the chase. Give them all goggles, and then give them a typewriter with ribbons.
So Meta is doing, you know, Meta is doing the things they need to do because they've been called to the carpet, rightly so.
They're covering themselves.
Rightly so, because we're not at a point. Is it Australia that has banned social media for all minors? I think
16 and under or something.
We're not going to do that, but what's happening is everything that Meta get and others getting called to the carpet for, they go to, you know, they go and say, okay, we're going to make this, they're developing an AI well-being expert council to help shape the development of the AI product. So they're going to make the AI product for the teen. It's just going to be, we have this council of experts who are, you know, the child education experts that, you know, for whatever, and they're going to guide us on how to put this together. But we're not stopping at Meta AI. We're just roping it off. Okay, if you're 18, under 18, go over there, because we got the play area for you, designed by experts. And then we got the other lane over there for everybody who's over 18. It's on you. Which I agree with. If I'm over 18, you know, you have to leave it to the discernment. Now, everybody's not educated or conscious enough, or, you know what, but you're over 18. So Meta's like, legally, we don't have any dog in that fight. But under 18, yeah, we're going to put these guidelines up. And then like I said, there's more lawsuits coming from Meta and I think YouTube and others. So we'll see what develops. There'll be more stuff. There's going to be more stuff. But the bottom line is that the Meta AI ain't stopping.
Okay.
They're just going to put a speed bump, a gate. You go over there, a warning label, whatever. And, you know, with the back to the tobacco and cigarettes, like there's a state law, you have to be whatever to buy, but kids get around that. Just like with the alcohol, you need to be 20. Kids get around that. Not saying it's right, but resourceful kids get around it. How can you stop that? That's the parents. So AI can't regulate the parents, but they're giving them the tools. All right, more from Meta. So we're going to move on to Threads. Threads is adding live chats to boost real-time engagement. So they're adding live chats during cultural events. So they want to have it's going to be like what is it on X where they have the live chats? I forgot what it's called. And you could, they have
like when they did was it like when they were doing the rooms on
with the little, everybody could go in, and then whoever's moderating and running it, and then whoever owns the chat can invite you up, and you can say what you want. I forgot the name of it.
Who was that? People who used to be oh my gosh, Clubhouse. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So live chat. So what it is that users can send messages, photos, videos, links, and emoji reactions. Up to 150 participants can actively send messages in a chat. Once that 150 participant limit is reached, additional users can still view the conversation react to messages, and participate in polls in spectator mode. So you could join live chats from the top of a community feed or through a shared post in the main feed or by tapping the red live ring around a host profile photo. So the live chats can end, but they'll still be they'll be open and publicly discoverable after they end. So after they end, it's like it doesn't disappear. You can still go in and have the conversation. Now, what is the live event? Well, they're starting with the NBA Threads community during the playoffs. So the NBA playoffs, during the games, they're going to have live chats. Now, I have, let me show you what it's going to look like. It's going to be a post within the feed, and it's going to say live chat, and you just tap that, and you go in. So let me see.
So this is all going on over there at Meta?
Yeah, this is Threads.
On Facebook, okay.
This is Threads, not Facebook, Threads.
Oh, Threads, okay.
So that's what it's going to look like. So see, here's the NBA one. So NBA makes a post. NBA is the host. So they make the initial chat. And then when you're following or you see this post, there's an open chat, join chat, and then you can see they'll have a shelf when you go into search a topic. If there's a live chat, it'll have a little thing. You either open the chat or join the chat. So that's what it's going to look like. So they're doing that with the NBA playoffs. They're going to do it with other live events. Like you could do it with the Grammys. You could do it with say the Oscars we had. What's coming up next? The Tonys, any kind of live event. I'm not sure if they're going to do it whenever a TV show. And this was the thing during when Twitter was big and it was Game of Thrones and other big shows. There will always be people tweeting about the episode while we're watching it. So if it came on Sunday night at 9, that's when everybody started having a conversation. And then sometimes the actors would join in, sometimes the show would join. It depends on how they want to handle it. So I'm pretty sure this works the same way. So if there's say like the show, what's the popular show? Oh, The Pit. The Pit is a popular medical show. So when they start season 3 up, if they wanted to on Threads, they could go to see, the episode comes on Thursdays at 9. We're opening up the live chat and people can come in and talk about the episode as they watch it or even after. That's why they're saying it's going to be available after. So if the show ends at 9:30 and you miss the chat, you can go back and take a look at what people are saying about the show. So that's what the live chat is. And
Fred said Twitter had live chats like this years ago when he worked at a newspaper that did this for local events.
Yeah, it was big. This is where it started. Twitter was the place where you did that. And don't they? I think they still do it. I just don't pay attention to it.
No, okay. I haven't been on Twitter in a long time. I had to go dust off my profile.
Hold on. Let me take a look. Because when I go to X, it pops up on the desktop. It's on the right, and it's hold on. Let me see. Wow, it is slow. Like Charlie said, my thing is slow too. Wow, something went wrong. Retry. I don't know. Something's going on. But you could see the chats on the right. And I'm trying because I don't have it on my phone.
Oh, okay. Wait, I can see it because
mine is not coming up.
Somebody is got 115 people. Is that Roland Martin?
Yes. So it's called Live on X, but it had some kind of other name. I'm trying to remember what it was.
And it's like at the very top, it's pink, and then there are like 115 people in the room.
Yeah, and then you click on it and you go in and you hear people talking and you see everybody that's in the room, and then you don't get to speak unless the host invites you up. But it used to have a name. I'm trying to remember what it was. Now it says Live on X, but it was something. It was called something else.
Any client I've ever worked with at some point.
Okay, this is not a This is just like us being live right now. This is
Yeah,
not.
it's just live, but it had a name. I can't. It's been so long. And I still call it Twitter. That's how long.
Okay,
Yeah, they
so
still,
this
and
is
for
just,
instance, they still have the chats. Yeah, it's called Live on X. They call it so. But Threads is gonna do that, so I'm gonna check it out. Now I'm not checking out the NBA one because I'm not watching the playoffs. But when is somebody having a, I'm not sure if they're opening it up to everybody. It looks like they're probably starting out with businesses and brands first. So we'll see how that goes. So let me see. Where? Yeah, so it's starting with the NBA Threads community during the playoffs, and we'll see if they allow other communities to have anybody create a chat, a live chat. So that's interesting. We'll see. All right, moving on to Instagram. Instagram is testing a new Instance app for sharing disappearing photos. So Instance is going to let you share disappeared photos with your friends that can be viewed only once and remain available for 24 hours. With Instance, you capture a photo in a single tap with no editing allowed. The app doesn't allow uploads from your camera roll and only lets you capture and share content using the in-app camera. When you add text to your instance, as these unedited photos are called, you can't modify them any further. So this is borrowing from Be Real.
and
Remember that?
why?
I have no idea.
Why?
Okay, who what age group is Instagram so desperately want?
Oh, so
18 to
innovative.
37, 18 to
Amazing,
27.
industry changing.
Fred said, "Instance sounds so innovative, amazing, industry changing." Helen Keller.
Yeah.
Who asked for this? We sure did not.
No, again, remember, this is for Instagram wants 18 to 27. These are the things they like. They like to be real. They like Snapchat. There was a couple others that did it that were, instant.
Mm-hmm.
You can't change. You have to be real in the moment. So here comes Instagram throwing this
That
in.
is, and then they put you on a timer on Be Real. At 2:00, you have to stop what you're doing and take a post.
Yeah.
Really?
No.
I'm in jury duty, and I got to stop and the judge is like, "What are you doing?" Oh, I have to be real right now. Okay.
So the catchphrase for this app is real life, real quick, with the idea being that Instance, INSTANTS, Instance will enable single image editing in a privacy friendly way. So Instance is just a renamed version of Shots, which was a feature Meta tried out on Instagram last year. So this is a test.
Mm-hmm.
They might put this into Instagram and they might keep it a separate standalone app. They haven't decided yet. Here's the quote from Meta: "To give people low pressure ways to connect with friends, we're testing an app called Instance to share casual photos and videos in the moment. We're exploring multiple versions of Instance to see what people like and we'll listen to our community." Okay, so we'll see. It's a test. All right, and that is all from Meta. Haha. Who asked for this? Well, again, they want 18 to 27, 28. They want that crew. They want to keep them happy because, that's the TikTok gang. That's the Snapchat gang. Instagram knows it has a problem with this group. So let's look at OpenAI. I talked a little bit about this before, but OpenAI has rolled out ChatGPT Images 2.0. So this is the latest version of the AI-powered image generator with new thinking capabilities, allowing it to search the web to help it create multiple images from a single prompt. That was when I showed you the Roberto Blake post. And he, lovely graphic, and he did that with one sentence post. So OpenAI is saying that ChatGPT Images 2.0 can now create more sophisticated images with improvements to its ability to follow instructions, preserve details of your choosing, and generate text. It's powered by OpenAI's new GPT Image 2 model. Again, the new thinking capabilities. It's available to ChatGPT Plus Pro Business and Enterprise subscribers. When a thinking model is selected, the chatbot's image generator can pull information from the web, create visual explainers based on the file you upload, and reason through the structure of the image before generation. So really, it's thinking more before it takes your prompt into consideration. It goes out to the web, adds a little bit, then it really thinks hard about what it is that you want. So Images 2.0 can also create up to 8 images at once when thinking enabled, all while maintaining the same characters, objects, and styles in each scene. So it's going to be consistently. So a lot of people have complained about, I make an image and then I ask it for another, and then it's something totally different. So this will stay in the same character style, and you could create more than one. So they're saying that it's so you can use it for pixel art, manga, cinematic stills, and other types of images, and it can generate images with a resolution of up to 2K and in more aspect ratios. Here's a quote from OpenAI. Images 2.0 brings an unprecedented level of specificity. I can't never say that word. Specificity and fidelity to image creation. It can not only conceptualize more sophisticated images, but it actually brings that vision to life effectively, able to follow instructions, preserve requested details, and render the fine-grained elements that often break image models. Small text, iconography, is that how you say it? UI elements, dense compositions, and subtle stylistic constraints, all up to 2K resolution. So I showed you the example earlier, and I just discovered it because I hadn't used it. Have you used the new image generator? You have? Okay, I haven't. I haven't used it. So when I saw Roberto Blake's post, I was like, wow, that's great. So
and so now you'll be able to tell it different. It gives you different styles that you can just click on, and then you tell it, and then you can also just do the one sentence and do it that way as well. Okay. So you can do infographics. You can do. Let me look on here real quick.
And see, I hadn't really for images. I really didn't use ChatGPT. I just went to Gemini or Gemini.
Right.
I use FAL.ai. So I really wasn't using ChatGPT for images because I didn't like it.
So they can do infographics, illustrations, blueprint. Mm-hmm. You do studio headshots.
Okay.
I saw nighttime flash anime. Yeah. They got all kind of stuff. Fantasy newspaper, infographic, posters, film strips. You can enhance photos, fix lighting, hyper real wallpaper. You can do 8-bit game, like if you were in a gaming studio. I'm thinking they took the components from Sora and put that over here.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I saw the blog post. Let me bring it up. I saw the blog post announcing this from OpenAI, so I'm gonna bring it up. So they got a little screen, a slideshow going through the images that it made. And then they're saying introducing ChatGPT Images 2.0, new era of image generation. And then when you scroll through, it kind of brings up images. I'm assuming that they use to make that they made. So it's cool. There's a little anime comments, different languages that it's good at now. Yeah.
You can do your own little comic strips and
Yeah. So that's a cool little example. And this is all images made in ChatGPT, which I'm impressed because I was like, I
yeah.
was not using it at all.
So you then, when going back to Fred's point about everybody having the same poster looking stuff,
Right,
right?
right,
You don't
right,
have to have you don't have to have something that looks like everybody.
right. And look, the comic strips, art posters, pretty cool. I'm
Mhm.
excited. Here, I'm gonna put this in the I'll put this so if you want to take a look and scroll through it.
That's really good.
I was pretty but just seeing it and that somebody made it like Roberto made his and he just posted it, I was like, wow, that's impressive. Very impressive. Thank you, OpenAI. So they are doing their stuff. Like I said, I was using Nano Banana over on Google, or I use FAL.ai that has different models, and you can have a sandbox and you pick the models you want and you put one prompt in and it brings back 4, 6, 8, whatever model you pick, and it shows you the model. So I was using that because I was not happy with ChatGPT, just like Fred was saying about it looked like you could tell like the font wasn't a real font, it was something made up. And when I see these images on threads or social media, I know exactly. I'm like, you guys just went to not that I'm saying you can't, it's just the lazy way. The lazy way. And like Fred says, you don't stand out.
Right. He says it's cool to play with. My attitude is really when someone I know can't spell graphics and they show me something they claim they did.
Exactly.
can't
They
spell
can exactly. But we're getting to that point where it's 2K imagery. The video, making the videos is now I look at everything online and I go, is that real? For
Mhm.
example, I saw yesterday that Eddie Murphy Eddie Murphy's son married Martin Lawrence's daughter last year, and then she had her baby recently. So there was an announcement. Oh, they had the baby, da 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 da, because these are two comedy giants, and they did it, and their children are together. So then somebody posted a picture yesterday of Eddie holding the baby, and then Martin standing next to him. And the way the hand placement was, I was like, that's AI. There's no way they would do it. And to me, it was like first glance, I was like, oh, the baby, that's and the two of them holding the baby. And I looked at it a second time, I was like, it was too glossy, too real, too plastic, too something. And then it was the hand placement of Martin on the baby, and I was like, that's not real. Stop playing. See? Stop playing. My first thought was that's them with the baby, the little girl. How cute. Second thought was like, that's AI. And now I'm starting to see a lot of stuff where it gets me. And then second thought is that it's AI. It's going to be where I'm not even going to have the second thought anymore. It's going to get so good. He says, I appreciate it, slapstick. That's where we are. I don't know what to say to anybody that's afraid of that. Just start thinking of when you see images and video online, just it's not real, and then try to see if it is real. It's just extra work we got to do now, and
Yep,
I'm
you
a
just got to
little
pause.
annoyed.
You just have to pause. If you didn't take the picture, question it.
Yes, because the first glance I was like, oh, they put out a picture, but I was like, wait a minute, Eddie wouldn't do that because he's notoriously, well, not private, but he's not going to come to social media, because I don't think he's on social media to post a picture of his granddaughter. I don't think he would do that. It is just a hand placement, and then like I said, it was too perfect. You know what I mean? AI pictures are too perfect. That's when I went, that's not them. But it was really good. It got me. Fred had a comment.
He says, I like it more when people can't make something feel real when it's not. That's the magic.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. AI, there's something that AI has that you look at it as a human being, you go, it doesn't feel 100%. And I hope we keep that feeling, because things are coming out and you're just like, whoa. Yes, Fred. He's seeing too much AI on YouTube. Yes. But there's a way to do it where it is satisfactory to the user. But people, again, getting back to the laziness of people are just going copy and paste, running with the first version iteration of it, and not going, okay, wait a minute. What's the job of the YouTube thumbnail? Is to get the human being, you, to stop and want to watch it.
Yes.
That's the whole goal behind the thumbnail. Now, if you're not doing that job, then it's like you're just throwing in trends and stupid stuff. And you know, what was that when Sora first came out? I saw the man riding a rainbow chicken down the street with the lollipops. I was like, that's stupid. Stupid. So yeah, Fred has another comment then. Thank you, Fred.
Doing too much.
Yes, I love that. Doing too much. Because it's so exciting to use the tool.
Yeah.
So
DTM.
Yeah. So that's what I have for you this week. Social media news and updates, along with the commentary.
Yeah. Thank you so much, TJ. And if you're looking to connect with TJ, her QR code is right up above her. Right there in that. Yeah, right there. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Check her out. You can also visit us at bizchicks.net and connect with us there. I am looking for something.
Are you looking for the other QR code? Because I can.
No, I was just looking for the bizchicks.net
It'd be
one.
nice if you could put more than one, like one on this side,
right? Like put them in a row or something.
Cycle through like a flip.
Yeah.
You know what? StreamYard does so many great things that I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain. And if you're looking to connect with us, there's our QR code. See, I want to be able to put our logo in the middle of that.
We can distinguish.
And TJ's logo would be in the middle. So that's
do that. Didn't I see something?
I don't know, because it wasn't on the thing. So I got to see how to do that. So become a part of the BizChicks community. You can scan that QR code up on the top right or the top left-hand corner of your screen and become a part of the BizChicks community. I want to say thank you for tuning in live and on the replay. Fred said you can take a picture, save it to your phone as a photo, and still click the code. Thank you for that, Fred, because that is absolutely correct. A lot of people don't know that you can take the picture and push and hold it, and it'll take you to wherever the QR code is connected. Tech tips from our friends and neighbors and tech dudes. So thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you next week. And remember, we're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle. See you next time.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Brittany.
Thank you for tuning in today. We trust you've learned something to help you build a more profitable business and take the hassle out of your hustle. See you next time.